Good evening. This is Michael Filighera. I'm with logicalsignals.com and tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Sunday, October 10th, 2021. Picking up where we left off, I had left open the possibility for that within this C wave that we would have additional upside to put in and likely reach that 15,052 to 15,100 level. They did make an early attempt on during Globex and basically failed. And also very early in the US session, made an attempt to take the rally and continue to break above the high that was put in on Thursday morning at 15,003. So what this does now give more support to is the fact that the market never did put a challenge into the 200, now broke back below the 4 and the 8, and on Friday broke below the 50 and actually closed below the 50. Now, today, the market has initially started to try to get back above the 50 and failed. And now is back below and broken below the 20 and now is heading down lower and putting a new, at least session lows right now, as I make this update at 14,744. Now, what does all that do? It gives pretty strong support that, in fact, this did complete the C wave up and then in turn completed the minor wave 2. What does that portend? Again, I want to state that I'm still counting this initial primary degree A wave now, right? So it's a primary A, and within primary A, there's going to be an ABC of intermediate degree. And within that intermediate degree, that A wave could be a 3 wave, or it could be 5. Right now, I'm counting it as a possible 5. Now, whether this stays as 1, 2, or whether this changes to A, B, C for wave A, or just A, B, and then what we're in now, is a C wave down, the count and the direction and the intensity all remain the same. So whether this is A and B of primary A or 1 and 2 of primary A, then we're still dropping either in the third or C wave, and they carry the same characteristics, the same personality, the same intensity. And we're now going in the direction of the trend. So we're in the third. So that was minor 1, minor 2. So this intermediate third wave will consist of 5 waves of minor degree, 1, 3, and 5 being impulsive in the direction of the trend, which is down, 2 and 4 being counter trend, and an ABC type of structure, which would be counter trend. So we're just in the beginning stages of that minor third wave. So within the minor third wave are going to be 5 waves of minute degree. And within the 1, 3, and 5 of those minute degree waves, there are going to be 5 waves of sub-minute level. So we're in that first minute 1, and so therefore we're in the first minute level, minute 1, minute 2, into the beginning of minute 3, to form the first minute wave down. So this is going to be a larger third wave. And what I'm stressing on just breaking it all the way down by degree is that we don't want to count it too fast. I'm using a 4-hour chart to show the depth that we've gotten so far. So all of those breaks are on the 4-hour level. Let's go down to the 1-hour level and see the damage that may be getting done to rally hopes. So here now we've got the 200-day in play, the 200 MA in play on the hourly chart. And let me just kind of open that up a little bit. So again, sub-minute wave 1, sub-minute wave 2, sub-minute wave 3 underway. And again, it's subdivided. So we get into that 3 of 3 move. The first one, okay? So because we're in a minor third, And so once we get into the minute third wave, right now we're in the sub-minute third wave. So we're going to get, there's going to be a lot of movement. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs in here. But these 3 of 3s is what I'm telling you. These are the sections where I look for acceleration in the direction of the trend, which is down. This is an impulse wave down. So all of its components, the 1, 3, and 5, will be down. And so now I'm looking for it to build on that as we go through a sequence of 3 of 3 type moves. So we can start at the top. Even if I'm doing minor wave 1, intermediate wave 1, intermediate wave 2, we're in an intermediate third wave. And within that intermediate third wave, I'm in a minor third wave. And within that minor third wave, I'm now breaking down into getting up to the minute third wave. And that's still got a ways to go. So, but I'm breaking it down, and within each one of these sections, we'll have that 3 of 3 move. And each time it gets a little bit bigger, it's going to be more intense. So we still have a lot of intensity to move the prices lower. They're not giving up yet. And in the lieu of that, the market still, in my opinion, really needs to break. It did already, but I want to see it close below this 54 level. That's going to give me a lot more support that we are now going to begin to head down. And why I talk about that in a little bit greater degree now, as we continue to break this down, and now we jump over and we're using our 1, 2, and 5 minute chart to trade, you're going to see, look at the beautiful moves. Now, if I go back out to my hourly, well, that's it right there. We just see it as an hourly. But if I can break it down, I see on my other charts, it was nice. And we even had a little bit of nothing in between. So it wasn't straight. It was pretty much 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes down, 5 minutes up, 5, maybe. So you can see how it breaks down, but they're all tradable. That's tradable. This was tradable. This was very tradable. And so that's what I'm talking about. As we come in from our higher time frames, the hourly, the 4 hour, the daily, we're looking at what's going to happen inside these. And that's where we're going to get these nice accelerated moves. So right now we're still going to bounce around. We've got China coming online, or Asian markets coming online. And then we have Europe coming online still tonight. And then we'll be having our own opening tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 a.m. for me. So what am I looking for? From here, I am looking for another 5 waves. That's on the hourly, but I've got to be able to count 5 down for this third wave. Now, I can continue to break it down. It's already broken below, but these moving averages are kind of flat, which is kind of representative of the market's not really flying yet. But I think when it starts, these are going to angle and they're going to all head lower. Right now, we still need the 20 down below the 50 and below the 200. That would give additional support of the strength of the sellers, the strength of the downside. Again, I'm going to say, as we get into this and we have more participants, bounces are going to be strong. And that we need to be on the lookout for, because if you're a day trader, if you're trading on a very small time frame, you may not be able to sit out being short and have it go up $10, $15, $20. When we have all the players in house and everybody's out there trading, that even adds an additional oomph to both sides. So when volatility increases to the downside, the bounces are going to be just as highly volatile, and that'll be to the upside. They're not going to go as far, but they're going to be volatile, and they could be, $1,000 to $2,000 moves on the NASDAQ on one contract. So beware. Now back out to that hourly chart. I continue to look for things to break down. Now inside this minor third wave, I am looking for a break below 14,368. That's the low of minor wave 1, minor wave 3 absolute minimum, if not additional, much more additional, that has to break below 14,368 as a third wave, has to. Now, first support for the entire third wave would be where -3 is equal to -1, and that comes in at 13,966. But I don't think that's where that stops. That again, not a third wave, not in this position, not in this size. So this is where I'm looking for. We've got a lot more down below, and ultimately, not saying tomorrow, I'm not saying all next week. We have to let the market tell us. But ultimately, I'm looking for this to finish, this third wave, to finish somewhere down in here. 13,325 to 13,235. I got a 100 point zone down here at the bottom where I'm looking for it to kind of come in. And that would just be a -3. Then we get a -4, and then we get a -5. And that completes that larger either C wave or wave 3. So now you're beginning to see how this whole building blocks gets put together on these higher time frame charts because it's of a higher degree. If we're looking for a intermediate level C wave or an intermediate level wave 3, we're covering a lot of price territory, considering that wave 3 began at 15,399. I'm thinking that just its internal third wave might be done at 13,325. All right. This started at 15,399. So I'm looking for 1,000 more. I'm looking for a lot of points to be shed coming off. That's the type of move I'm looking for now. I don't expect it all to unroll in one day. I don't expect it to unroll in 2 days, to be honest with you. I think we're going to see nice acceleration in there, but I think we could have a couple of 200 to 300 point down day. We may have an up day, and then we have another large down day. Remember, 5 wave sequences. 1, 3, and 5 will be down. 2 and 4 will be up. All right, tomorrow, I'm looking for some acceleration. We cannot yet rule out. We're getting dang close. In fact, these breaks pretty much sealed this deal for being the top of -2. Being that we're in a -3rd, we should continue to see some acceleration, and we'll see what it does in the morning. We'll see when, by the time we get up and start to trade, I think we're still going to see acceleration because we have all of our funds and mutual and everybody else coming in to do their business. Leaving it right there. Next update will be on Monday, the 11th.